Hi everyone. Right, for this card I'm going to be using an A5 size card. I'm going to do it in landscape orientation, and the stamps and dies I'm going to be using today is going to be Time for Tea Cafe Critters stamp, and they're the matching dies. Then I've got Sweet Village stamp and the matching dies, and I'm also going to be using Enjoy the Little Things stamp set and matching dies. I'm also going to use the craft dies by Sue Wilson, which is the clouds and hills. I'm going to be using some distress ink. I'm going to be using the Tim Holtz Stormy Sky and Mowed Lawn. Also going to be using my lovely Time for Tea blending brushes. I'm going to be using the large one and the medium sized one. So we get started first. What I'm going to do is put my hills and grass through my die cutting machine. So let's get my tape. Take that down. Right, so I've gone ahead and cut out my hills and my clouds by Sue Wilson, and I've done, obviously as I said, the background of the clouds in Stormy Sky by Tim Holtz Distress Ink there, and the green Mowed Lawn here. So I didn't want to use up the time actually showing you how to die cut them. I actually used my Sizzix Big Shot Plus, because then, as you can see, the dies here aren't as long as I needed them for my landscape card, which I've decided to use this one, which is a pink one. And as you can see, the dies aren't actually as long as I needed them to be. So what I did was I just, once I'd cut one out, I then just moved it along and joined it on to the other piece. Cut it out, put that on, and then just made it longer to go across the whole card, which gave me the pieces the size that I wanted, like that. But I didn't want to show you on camera because I thought it'd be quite long and drawn out for you to watch. Now what I'm going to do is run this little embossing folder that I've got, which is clouds, through my little Gemini Mini. So I'm going to add a little bit of texture and interest. Now what I've done off camera is to run my this little embossing folder through my die cutting machine, my embossing, with the clouds just there. So these are going to add a little bit more interest to the card. I'm going to cut them out, but I'm probably going to do that off of camera. Right, I've just cut them out of here with my scissors. Did that off camera as well because I didn't think it'd be very interesting watching me cut out some clouds. So the next thing I'm going to do is to bring my card back in. There it is. Now what I like to do is to actually line up where I want the pieces of my card. So I've got my clouds, and I'm going to pop my clouds there, and I like to line up and just have a play and see where the best look for my cards is. So play that along there, just line that up. I like to put my stamps where I'm going to have them. And then I think for my sentiments, I'm going to bring my sentiments in to show you. I'm going to use two sentiments here, which is hope your day is real and enjoy the little things, and that's off of the Enjoy the Little Things stamp set by Time for Tea Designs. So I'm going to have hope your day is real, and I'm going to have that there, just there in the middle, and then that one just there, and then my other cloud has disappeared. Where's my cloud gone? Where has my cloud gone? Oh, there's my cloud. On my other cloud, it's going to sit just there, just hanging over like that. That's what I like to do. I like to line up my card first and work out the composition of the picture. So now I'm going to take all my stamps off that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to stamp all my images. So I'll probably do that off camera as well. So now I'm going to colour in all my stamps. So first of all, I want to colour in the chair. Well, the chair's quite... I'm going to do buttercup for the chairs. And this is my buttercup marker that I'm using to colour in the chairs. Colour in the other chair. And then I want to colour in my parasol. So the table's going to be the same colour as the chairs. That's my buttercup. And then for the parasol, I'm going to use cocoa for the parasol. Stand. There we go. The umbrella. I think I want two nice shades. I think I'm going to do blue and pink. So I'm going to use azure, Turn my paper around slightly. Turn that in. And for the other stripes, I'm going to use rose pink. That tip actually looks as though it started to dry out, so I'm going to use the other end to actually give it a bit more saturation of colour. And then for the edge of the parasol, I think I'm going to use the yellow. There we go, that's the parasol and chairs and the table done. So I think I'm going to carry on my colouring off camera. So now I've die cut all my pieces out. I've coloured them in and I've cut them all out. And then here, I'm going to start putting the card together. There we are. So I'm going to put my pieces to one side, first of all. And then I'm going to start putting my card together. So what I want to do first of all is probably get some wet glue. So where I'm going to have my pieces. So I want that one just to touch just the top, like that. And I'm going to touch one side. And then I can trim off the other side. So that's where it's going to sit. So I just need some wet glue. And I like to use the wet glue of choice is art glitter glue because it dries clear and it works really well. So I'm just going to pop some glue on the back of this. That's if my glue's going to come out, of course. Should have probably checked that first. There we go. So I'm going to put some glue all over that. Give it a bit of a squeeze. place that on my card. So I'm going to bring my card into place. Pop it in the middle there. Hopefully you can see it. And then I'm going to line up my card where I want it. And I want it round about there. And I can cut the edges off. So the good thing about glue is that obviously got manoeuvrability room. And then I'm going to start layering up my grass pieces. So I think he's going to be top one. I'm going to put him about there. And I'm going to get this one. Nope, that one. That one will then go in there. And then I'm going to put this one down here. Like that. So I just need some glue now. Put my pieces on. So sit that where I want the edge of my first one to be. I'm just going to put some glue on there. I'm going to do right at the edge because I want to be able to tuck my houses just in underneath. Okay. So then line up this piece of grass. That's where I want the top of him to go. Just there. So I'm going to line him up to that side of the card. And then bring him down. Because then I can trim off the edges on the other side of the card in a minute. Okay. And then my second piece is going to be this piece. And that's going to sit just over the top, around about the middle of the card, onto about there. And then this piece is going to sit and there, so he's going to have to come down a little bit. He's going to sit probably just over the top of that and sit just there. So again, line up where I want him to go. Turn this over, pop some glue on. Oh, make sure I know which is my top bit, so that's that bit. That doesn't matter actually because we haven't got any, or have we? Yes we have, we've got one house. One house just to tuck in there. There we go. So get him and line him up where I want him to go. So line him up with the edge of the card again. About there. Straighten him up a little bit. There we go, and then I can just push him down. There we go. And then we want the last piece of glass coming in. So again, what I'm going to do is put where I want, exactly where I want him to be. So obviously I want him to cover the bottom of the card, to be straight with the edge of the card, so that's about there where I want him to be. So I'm just going to pop that there as a marker just to show me the edge of the card where I want him to be. It's just got no houses. I'm going to be tucking on there, so that doesn't matter. Glue straight down here. There we go. That's the end of my gluing done for a few minutes. So I'm going to pop my pin back in, and then again I'm going to line him up where I wanted him, which was just there. So he's going to line up with the card, the edge of the card. Sorry if I got my head in shot then, guys, I didn't mean to. And then I can just literally just stick that down. And then I'm going to decide where I want everything else. Now obviously on the back of the card I've got bits overlapping, but that doesn't matter because I can cut those all off in a minute. So that's where I want my clouds. That's what I've got to figure out next. So actually, I'm going to put my houses in first. So let me see where I put my houses. So I want him. I think I'm going to have him up there. It's going to sit up there, probably over a little bit. So I'm going to try and get sit him there. Probably just under the grass. Sit him just under like that. Moving along so you can't see the white border. Just looks like he's sitting on the edge of the hill. About there is good, I think. And then I'm going to probably have a couple of clouds. And I'm going to line them up there like that. So he's up right in the clouds. And then my other house is going to be here. Methinks. Or are we going to have him down there? I think we might have him down there actually. That's where it's going to go. Just down there. Just tuck him in. Like that. That's where he's going to go. Just there. Like that. That's my cloud. It's going to go up there. Just to cover up. There we go. That's my other cloud. I probably brought my heels up a bit too far. Brought my heels up a little bit too far. Never mind. And then my other house is probably going to sit. Just figuring out where I'm having everything first. So I'm going to stick my clouds up there. My cloud comes over the grass a little bit, but never mind. Obviously it's not supposed to be true to life. It's all about imagination. And then we're going to pop this right in the middle, like so. And we're going to have 2 chairs sitting there. say, I always like to try and work out my composition if I can. Obviously a lot of it, like most crafters, it's in my head. I'll try to figure it out one way or another. So the little rabbit's going to sit on the chair there. There he is. And then the little cat is going to sit over here. Like so, and they're just sitting together having a little chat. And then I thought I would put one sentiment there that said, hope your day is real. And another one just there. Enjoy the little things. Oh, try and get the composition of where I want my sentiments to go as well though. Maybe I'll put it up here. Hope your day is real. Enjoy the little things. Maybe that's better there, not sure. Okay, well that's what I'm going to put in. So I'm going to glue it all together, guys, off camera. And then you will see the finished result. Okay, so there we go. That's a completed card. I had great fun making that. I hope you like it. And if you do, please click the subscribe button and maybe put a thumbs up and click the notification bell so that you can find out when I'm going to be next loading up another video. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and until next time, please take care, and as always, happy crafting.